EU must support Ukraine even without Hungary or United States. Finland's Prime Minister Petteri Orpo earlier today, EU's strong message in support of Ukraine, if necessary, the message of 26 countries can also be heard. According to Prime Minister Petteri Orpo, who is a member of National Coalition Party, said, the EU countries must send a strong message about supporting Ukraine at next week's summit. Orpo made it clear in his speech at the UKK Club on Wednesday that, if necessary, this will happen without Hungary. We must ensure that the EU is able to support Ukraine as long as necessary. This involves both the EU's financial support and Europe's defence industrial capacity. This will be my priority at the upcoming European Council meeting next week. Our message in support of Ukraine must be strong and strong. I hope we can send a message by all 27 member states. But if necessary, the message of 26 countries can also be heard, Orpo said. The leaders of the EU countries will gather next week for a summit, where they are supposed to reach an agreement on Ukraine's €50 billion support package. In December, no agreement was reached on the package due to Hungarian opposition. Orpo emphasized in his speech that even though Europe's common military defense is based on NATO, the importance of the EU for the security of Finland and Europe should not be underestimated. Many EU decisions are at the heart of hard security. Support for Ukraine, sanctions against Russia, responding to various forms of hybrid influence, supporting the European defense industry and increasing capacity, promoting military mobility, all of these are on the EU's table. The Prime Minister emphasized that it is in the interest of the EU and Finland that the EU is as strong, united and capable as possible in terms of security and defense. For me, the European Council in December was a clear sign that the EU's common foreign and security policy should move more broadly to qualified majority decision-making. Strengthening the EU's security dimension complements NATO, and it must not be left hostage to an individual member state. In his speech, Orpo also summarized that whatever the outcome of the fall presidential elections in the United States, Europe must bear an ever-increasing responsibility for its own security. Although I don't see an immediate military threat to Finland, we have to prepare for different scenarios from Russia. Russia is building its own military economy. This means that we have to strengthen Europe's defense industrial and defense technological base not only quickly, but also in the longer term. We have to learn from the way the war is currently being waged in Ukraine and make sure that we are able to respond to a similar threat. With the current weapon production, Europe cannot do this. Russia respects strength. Defensively strong Europe with its own defense industrial capacity is in itself a deterrent to Russian aggression.